Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the CD guy, Johnny Z here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Ozzy Osbourne studio album, Patient Number 9. First off, just some fast album facts here. This is the 13th studio album by Ozzy Osbourne, released today on September 9th, 2022 through Epic Records, and it's the follow-up to 2020's Ordinary Man. As for the personnel on this album, you have Ozzy Osbourne on lead vocals and harmonica, and he's accompanied by an all-star supporting cast of musicians, that being Zakk Wylde, Tony Iommi, Jeff Beck, Mike McCready, Eric Clapton, Josh Homme, Dave Navaro, Rob Trujillo, Duff McKagan. You have Chris Chaney here as well, Chad Smith, and the late great Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. And this album was produced by Andrew Watt. Now it's time for John's 5, my top 5 favorite songs from the new album. And kicking us off here with my number 1, my favorite song from the new record has got to be the title track, Patient Number 9. It's also the album opener here and was the lead single released in anticipation for the album. I think it's a fantastic way to open up the record and a great choice for a lead single in my opinion. It's got an instantly memorable chorus that's really catchy, and it also features a killer guitar solo by Jeff Beck. Great work here by Ozzy and company, I think, and it definitely reminds me a lot of Under the Graveyard from Ordinary Man. Two really great modern-day Ozzy tracks from the 21st century here, and, you know, when it comes to Patient Number 9, I think that even though it's 7 minutes long, some people thought it was a little bit long for a lead single. I think it's worth every minute here. Great track in my opinion, really catchy and super memorable as far as I'm concerned. Hands down, my favorite song from the new album, coming in at number 1 here on John's 5. I gotta go with the title track, Patient Number 9. Next up, my second favorite song from the new album has got to be No Escape From Now, featuring Tony Iommi. And, you know, with Iommi's trademark sludgy guitar riffs here, mixed with Ozzy's muddled vocals, this track definitely wouldn't sound out of place on 13, the final Black Sabbath album. And, you know, I really do enjoy here how it kind of reinvents the Sabbath sound, mixed with the classic Ozzy Osbourne solo sound as well. So it creates something really interesting in my opinion, and I think retired bands should stay retired. So no more Black Sabbath, but I would definitely be interested in hearing more from Ozzy and Tony Iommi, not under the Black Sabbath banner in the studio in the future, because this song was fantastic in my opinion, and definitely does sound very Sabbath-esque. So coming in at number 2, my second favorite song from the new album has got to be No Escape From Now. Great track featuring the legendary Tony Iommi on guitar. Coming in at number 3 on John's 5, I'm going to go with Immortal, featuring Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. And, you know, this track immediately hooks me with a great guitar riff and awesome lyrics here belted out by Ozzy. I think McCready has an awesome guitar solo here as well. Great work here by the guys, and it's another really catchy song. A lot of fun to listen to, and it's a great follow-up to Patient Number 9, seeing that it's the second song on the album. So coming in at number 3 here on John's 5, I'm going to go with Immortal, featuring Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. Another track featuring Tony Iommi coming in at number 4 here on my list. I'm going to go with Degradation Rules. Fantastic song here, a lot of fun to listen to, but it's one of those songs that with the Iommi and Ozzy pairing sounds a lot more like an Ozzy solo track than it does a Sabbath-esque track here. But, you know, it's a very fitting single in my opinion. This was the second single released in anticipation for the album, and definitely got me excited for the new record before it was released. A very fun track here, once again featuring Tony Iommi, even though it sounds a lot more like an Ozzy solos track than a Black Sabbath track. Degradation Rules, my number 4 here on John's 5. And rounding out my top 5, I'm going to go with Mr. Darkness, possibly the most underrated song on the album in my opinion. This deep cut sounds a lot like a classic Ozzy track that would fit on some of those 80s albums in my opinion here. Ozzy sounds fantastic on lead vocals, and of course Zakk Wylde is absolutely killing it here on this track. Great stuff, and definitely the most underrated track I've heard on this album. My number 5 here, rounding out John's 5, I gotta go with Mr. Darkness. All in all, I'm gonna give this album 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's a really enjoyable record, and, you know, I came into this knowing exactly what to expect. Most Ozzy albums sound the same these days. It's a very tried and true formula, and, you know, even though it is same old Ozzy, like I said, this formula is tried and true, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, I think it's really catchy and it's a lot of fun. Got some great hooks to it. I think Ozzy sounds great as well, and there are some really memorable songs on here, in my opinion. Like the 5 that I mentioned, but in general, just some great tracks on here, in my opinion, and I love the collaborations as well with the likes of Taylor Hawkins. You got Dave Navaro as well, Rob Trujillo, Zakk Wylde, Tony Iommi. The list goes on from there, but some great collaborations, in my opinion, here. I think Ozzy sounds revitalized in the studio as well, so I hope it's not the last Ozzy studio album, but I think it was a very fitting follow-up to Ordinary Man, and a lot of fun to listen to, even though, like I said, it's exactly what I expected from an Ozzy record in 2022. There's some good stuff on here, so I definitely recommend you pick it up if you're a fan of what Ozzy does. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars here today. Very enjoyable stuff. So that wraps up my review of the Ozzy Osbourne studio album, Patient Number 9, out now. Go pick up your copy. I definitely am going to pick it up later today. I've been listening online all morning, but can't wait to pick my copy up later. And like I said, 4 out of 5 stars. Very enjoyable stuff here from Ozzy, even though it is same old Ozzy. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, turn on the bell for notifications to be notified of a new upload, and let me know down in the comments below what are your opinions on the new Ozzy Osbourne studio album, Patient Number 9. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And until next time, it's the CD guy, Johnny Z, signing off. Take care, everybody.